Quantum vibration, cytosensation. What's the foundation?
For the last 5 years or so, we've been doing what we call the physics of consciousness research. And the approach we're taking is using a well-understood and yet mysterious aspect of physics involving a double-slit optical system. And this means that you take a photon and you shoot it at two tiny little slits, and then you can see an interference pattern on the other side. And we have an optical system that will allow us to do that at very high levels of precision. So the mystery of that is if you shoot a single particle, like a photon, and it goes through two slits, well, how come it doesn't end up with two bright bands on the other side? Why is there an interference pattern? Because if the photon is a particle, then there's nothing to interfere with. If the photon is a wave, well, then it's interfering with itself as a wave. But we never see a wave. We only see particles, and on and on and on. This is the observer problem or the quantum measurement problem. So we thought, since this is such a fundamental and unsolved problem within physics, and it seems to have something to do with the nature of measurement and information, that all of those concepts have to do with observation as well. Some aspect of observing a quantum system changes its behavior. Even if you don't disturb the quantum system in the usual way of thinking of it. You're not impacting on you're not absorbing photons or bouncing them off or something. It's just knowledge seems to change it. So we do an experiment where what we're asking is, if there's an aspect of consciousness that is perceptual and can gain information from a distance, in the vernacular you'd say it's clairvoyance, then why not ask somebody to use their mind at a distance to act like a detector? After 5 years and 15 experiments now, I think the answer is very clear that the mind does modulate interference to a very small degree. But the size of an effect in physics doesn't matter. You know, we can talk about the charge on the electron. Well, it's really, really small. But really small doesn't mean it doesn't exist. What matters is how confident are you in that measurement. So we have very small degrees of changes in interference patterns that are correlated with mental effects, but we have very high confidence that those effects are real. So this suggests to me that whatever else consciousness may be, some of it may be brain processing. In fact, some of it almost certainly is. The way we perceive the world has something to do with the brain. But that appears to be not all that it is.